Anyways, I'll finish my Alaska story. So, my husband at the time, him and his friend wanted to go to Alaska looking for gold. And so, they quit their jobs. Well, we bought all the supplies and got ready, and they quit their jobs, and I quit my job. And we headed up to Alaska, up through Canada, and went on the Alaskan Highway. And finally we got to this. They had a plan. We were going to hike in the mountains once we got to this little town called Tok. They had it planned out on a map. None of us had ever been there before. Got to this little town and parked our car and loaded up our backpacks and hiked up in the hills with the grizzly bears and moose. Oh man, there was a salmon run going on. And we found this place that had a old cabin, and so there was an old cabin there, so we stored our supplies in it, but we slept in a tent. And one time when we woke up, there was these huge bear prints, I mean like really massive, huge, that had walked around our tent. It was a little muddy, so you could see the prints really, really good, but yeah, he walked around our tent that night, and we kept a clean camp, so I guess he didn't. We always slept with our guns. And that was really interesting. But we would go down to the stream. Oh man, we had a bath in the stream. It was icy, icy cold. It was coming off a glacier, the water. And we stayed there for pretty much 3.5 months. Stayed there till it was, when we got there, it was mostly dark. It seems like we got there like in May, maybe? June, July, August. Yeah, I think we got there sometime in May. And we left in middle part of September. And it snowed in August up there. But one time there was a really bad storm. And we was trying to get back to our camp, and the rivers, they were little rivers were like just flooding over, huge, big flooding over, and we had to jump in it and swim, and I started floating downstream, and I just barely made it up on the bank that time. Then we had to find places to cross where there were downed logs, and cross this huge river. Always a good adventure. We ate salmon mostly. There was a salmon run going on, so they were easy to catch. And grouse, there were a lot of grouse. I don't like killing. I don't think I killed any. Oh, I did. I shot a grouse one time. That's like the only thing I've ever shot. It was actually 2 grouse. It went through one and killed the other one, so I mean, we ate it. I didn't like doing that though. I really hated doing that. I don't like killing anything. And there was another time we did see a bear up on the hill. A grizzly bear. There are a lot of grizzly bear. There were moose. We seen a huge moose. I had lots of pictures, but they've since been lost. Anyway, so I think around June I'm probably going to be able to get an opportunity to go camping. My daughter will have vacation, so I won't be watching my grandson. So try to save up some money. Oh, and then the other thing about that Alaskan trip was, by the time we were done with that, we had no money. And we had to get back to Utah, that's where I'm from. And fortunately, we had to siphon our way all the way back home. I had another thing happen up there too that's pretty interesting. You might like this story. Was there are a lot of Indians up there, so we were visiting these one Indian camp, and this Indian he really liked me, and he was trying to get my husband he was trying to give him some salmon for me, like I think 8 salmon. They had a salmon wheel, and I guess that's quite an honor too. Most people only get a couple salmons, but he was trying to talk him into trading me for 8 salmon. They're huge salmon too. They're really, really big. Not anything little. They're huge. And for a minute there I got worried. I thought he was going to trade me. But luckily he didn't. I wouldn't have stayed anyway. If he could have traded me for it, I would never have stayed. Maybe I would have. Might have been fun living on a reservation, huh, with the Alaskan Indians.